Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. I want to give our praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash. Forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. This lesson is going into, we shall see the powers that be. We shall see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, the Alahayim. Okay? The heavenly bodies, man. The immortals. Okay? And we're going to see it. Okay? You endure to the end. You're doing this work. You're striving. You're fighting. Okay? And that moment is going to come. You know, when I was younger, as a kid, I used to meditate. I remember I used to be in my backyard, sitting there, you know, didn't know a damn thing. Just curious, you know, a curious kid. And I used to look in the sky and I used to like, man, are we going to ever see God? You know, that's what I used to tell myself just randomly, you know. And I always used to think that there was life outside of us. I just had no proof, you know. And you start watching as a kid, you start listening to random bull crap. Esau tell you this, you know, he don't know a damn thing. He be guessing. But the point that I'm making is this. I always thought that when we see God, and now coming into this truth, you realize we are going to see the heavenly body. So let's read Matthew 5 and 8 again. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Now, what does it mean, the pure in heart? Let's go to 1 John chapter 3. We're going to start from verse 1, but we're going to go into the point, which is in verse 3. So 1 John chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of Yahweh. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of Yahweh, and it do not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Right, man, we're going to take on that image. That's what it means, we shall be like him. Perfect and taking on that heavenly image, okay? Verse 3, this is the point. And every man that have this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. Let's read that again. And every man that have this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. So that pureness does not come by the law. That pureness comes by the purification of your spirit, of your hope and belief in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, your trust in him and them. Okay? Now let's go back to Matthew chapter 5. Let's read verse 8 again. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Right, man. So that purity comes from your faith. Okay? It tells you in Habakkuk, the just shall live by faith. That's true. Okay? And to have that moment to see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in person, man. Imagine that. You know, you see Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you see Yahushai, you see the angels, and then you see the Most High, the Ancient of Days, Yahweh. Imagine that, man. Woo. That moment is going to be ridiculous, man. That power, that energy. But you're going to be in the right mind and the right spirit to be able to process it. Right now, you wouldn't be able to process it. You would just faint and pass out. But we're going to be changed at that moment. Okay, we're going to be in the same image. Okay, so imagine that. From there, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 15. Let's start at verse 48. As is the earthly, such are they also that is earthly. And as is the heavenly, such are they also that are heavenly. Verse 49. And as we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly. Right, man. So you're going to be able to bear that image if you fight. And part of the image is being with them, man. Okay? It talks about the many angels that are around the throne of Yahweh. Okay, so Yahweh shall get to see Yahweh. The angels under him get to see Yahweh. So when we bear that image as joint heirs, we're going to be able to see Yahweh. And that's going to be special, man. That's going to be special. Because you have instances in the scriptures like John the Revelator, Ezekiel, Daniel, who saw the vision of the Most High, which I'm going to read in a second. Okay, so they saw it in a vision. But we're going to see it in person, man. We all going to be able to see it in person and have that joy and see our Father finally. Okay. While the heathen on the earth going to be wondering. They're going to be wondering, man, because even when they put into slavery, man, they're going to be wondering, like, they're going to want to see the Father. They're going to know the things that are happening is because the Father is part of the Father's will for it to happen. But you can't tell me they ain't going to be sitting there wondering in their mind, like, wow, what's going on, man? Who is the Most High? Where is he? They're going to have all kinds of questions in their head, man. But we're going to have it. We're going to be able to, in our mind, process that and know. And that's special. And that promise was given to Jacob. Okay, that's part of our promise and our glory, man. To bear that same image, okay, and be a part of that mystery that these other nations are not going to play a part in, man. They're going to just serve us. All right? Let's go to Revelation chapter 4. Let's start at verse 1. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee these things which must be hereafter. And immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And he that sat was to look upon a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, and a sight like unto an emerald. Okay, so he's seeing this. He's seeing the vision of the throne of the Ancient of Days of Yahweh, man. So he's looking at him. And he's describing in these scriptures the best way he can. Okay. Verse 4. And round about the throne were 24 seats. And upon the seats I saw 24 elders sitting. Elder angels. Okay. And there's thousands and thousands and thousands of angels, man. The scripture said like 10,000 of thousands of thousands. All right. Clothed in white raiment. And they had on their heads crowns of gold. Man, think about that, man. So John the Revelator, he's seeing this. But in all actuality, in the future, man, when we're changed, we're going to be up there. So what he's seeing, the throne, we actually going to be up there, man. Hard to imagine, hard to process that. But that moment right there, man, is going to be amazing to be able to be a part of. To be perfect and be able to go up there and be amongst the throne. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Stamped, delivered as one of the sons forever, for eternity, man. That's amazing, man. That's something to fight for by itself, let alone everything else you can think about. The kingdom of heaven, what, it consists of, living happy, But just that moment alone is like, man, whew, got to fight for that. That's going to be amazing. So let's go to Ezekiel, because Ezekiel explained it too. He saw the vision. Ezekiel chapter 1, let's start at verse 25. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads, talking about the angels, because when you read earlier in this chapter, it's explaining the angels, and it goes into what's over the angel's head, okay, what Ezekiel is seeing. It says, when they stood, the angels, and had let down their wings, and above the firmament there was over their heads was like the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone, and upon the likeness of the throne was the likeness as the appearance of a man above upon it. Right. Yahweh, the Ancient of Days. Okay, so Ezekiel saw the Most High. John the Revelator saw the Most High. But they're seeing it in visions. All right, they're seeing in these real visions, they're seeing the real thing, though. They're not seeing something that's just randomly put together. They're seeing the real deal. Okay, verse 27. And I saw as the color of amber, as the appearance of fire round about within it, from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw as it were the appearance of fire, and it had brightness round about. Right. Okay, we know the angels are as the appearance of fire. Okay. That pure energy, man. That pure spiritual energy, man. Okay. High level spiritual energy. And he's seeing all this, and he's trying to process all this to write it down just so we can read it. Okay? Why would it be put in the scriptures if it wasn't meant for us to read it? The Most High wanted us to read it. You know why? Because one day we're going to be up there. One day we're going to be able to see the Most High right in front of you, man. If you endure, if you fight, you can't beat that, man. Oh, man. You get to meet, okay? You get to meet the creator of all things, who created Yahweh Shai, Okay? Come on now. Ridiculous, man. Verse 28. As the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the brightness round about. Different colors, man. Different colors. That's why the scriptures always, the prophets broke it down as like different stones, in its clearness, clear as crystal, It was just beautiful, man. Flawless. Okay? No flaw at all, man. Most High don't have no flaw. Yahweh Shai ain't got no flaw. The angels ain't got no flaw. And that's the image we want. That's that pure, perfect image that we want to be a part of that. Okay? It says, this was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of Yahweh. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face. And I heard a voice of one that spake. Right? He fell upon his face, man. It was heavy. It was heavy to process. That's what Ezekiel is saying. Okay? Okay, it was heavy to process. But when we get put in their image, immortal, perfect, we're going to be able to be there and take it, man, and just enjoy it like, wow. And say, we are part of this image. We're not far off. We're right here with them. Right now, we just striving, man, trying to get there, man. We're still in this horrible flesh. Okay, we want to get out of that. All right. The last account I got, let's go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. Right? His wheels talking about the chariots, because in Ezekiel chapter 1, that was just at the beginning, like I mentioned earlier, that speaks about the angels. It speaks about the wheel within the wheel, that the angels are in the midst of maneuvering that wheel. Okay, so when it says his wheels as burning fire, okay, the angels, verse 10, and a fiery stream issued and came forth before him. Thousands and thousands ministered unto him, those angels, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set and the books were open. Right, so the angels, okay, were all around, okay, were all around, man. These angels minister to you. These angels encamp around you, like it speaks about in Psalms 34, verse 7. The angels encamped around them that fear the Lord, right? So these angels encamp around you to deliver you, and ultimately to deliver you out of Jacob's trouble, to bring you to Yahweh Shai, okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to bring us to the Father, man, meaning we're going to be joint heirs. We're going to be able to see. We're going to be able to be up there, man, as joint heirs, man. Think about that, man. Oh, man, Oh, man. When I think about it, like I said, I think about my childhood, man. Didn't know nothing, wicked. Obviously, you in the world. You think this is it, but I still had those thoughts like, nah, man, this couldn't be it. Going to a predominantly white school, they telling you all kinds of lies, You're like, this couldn't be it, man. Like, when are we going to see up there to see if they exist? I want to see proof. I want to see it. I know they exist. I'm living. I see the sun. I see the moon. I at least knew that much, right? I want to be able to see it, man. And the beautiful news and part of this gospel is that we will be able to see not just Yahweh Shai, but Yahweh the Father's, the whole heavenly body, man. Okay? And be turned into the image. Whew. So I hope this is a good exhortation for your argument to continue to fight for this moment, okay, for the kingdom of heaven, period, for salvation. With that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, for giving me the spirit to do this video. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to your Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.